What is the meaning of music? Music, on a deep fundamental level, represents people's attachments to strong archetypal themes within each other's lives. Things to do with love, despair, sadness, tragedy, existentialism, the meaning of life, things like this. And songs are built around these themes, these emotional archetypal themes, and people come together in unison around these ideas to celebrate music. Music is very much an expression of the human condition. So when it comes down to understanding the human condition, how can we look at music in a certain way and analyze music or analyze certain bands to uncover certain themes that are a struggle for humankind? Now, one depiction of uncovering a very strong emotional archetype within music is analysing the band Radiohead and seeing what the shared psychological struggle or theme is within that band to why they are so popular. And I think the analysis of that comes down to an idea that Jung talked about, which is called the displaced anima, or the detached anima. And this basically means the detached feminine from man, or the feminine being detached from man within himself. And of course, Radiohead as a band in the 21st century is very much a melodic, mellow, melancholic rock band that illustrates a lot of the theme of what it means to be detached from the feminine. Whereby the anima, or the feminine, or the soul, is castrated from integration with the animus, which means the masculine. Now, if we look into this a bit more, we can kind of see the music of Radiohead being descriptive of this kind of struggle. If we look at, obviously, what Thom Yorke created as a short 15-minute film called Anima, which is about basically this theme. He kind of just illustrates it through this 15-minute film, whereby it's man, in this 15-minute short, it is a man on a terminal train going to work, trying to reconnect with the feminine, because he sees this woman and it's this animating principle for him. He's trying to give back something that she left on the train to her. And this struggle throughout the whole 15 minutes where he is trying to do that. This is depictive of this idea of the displaced anima. It's representative within why I believe Radiohead as a band is so popular. Because of this shared psychological struggle, this shared emotional archetype of struggle within living in the 21st century, whereby the feminine is detached from the masculine. And this strong depiction is within things like the 9 to 5 rat race, the masochism that comes from that. And the masochism is strictly a concentration of the masculine energy, in a sense where it's castrated from anything else. The masochism of having to do that and try and enjoy it at the same time by creating money or making money to try and basically, you could say, live paycheck by paycheck to the point where you are enforced with heavy debts and you're in a state of not being able to escape this kind of system in which we have grown into being placed into. And I believe, even some of the songs, or many of the songs, encapsulate this theme of the castrated masculine, which is not in connection with the soul. Such as, Creep, Fake Plastic Trees, Paranoid Android, Climbing Up the Walls. All these kind of songs depict the emotional state of the masculine in disconnection with the feminine, when it's basically chasing its own tail. The castrated masculine energy of chasing its own tail in an Ouroboros process of living within this city life terminal state of tunnel vision. It's a very bleak life to live, and it's not something that is integrated. It doesn't bring integration to the individual. The person does not find resolve, doesn't find peace in chasing this life. They find despair, because they cannot connect to the anima, because it's displaced, and is purposely displaced in society, because society becomes more like a machine, And a machine is fundamentally just masculine energy functioning for itself, rather than anything truly becoming whole and integrated. Because I believe, the only way for a man or the masculine energy or man fundamentally to find meaning and purpose is through matrimony with the feminine, with the anima. The idea of matrimony is very deep. Obviously a Christian term, or you could say concept, but it's also represented maybe within like tarot with the idea of the lovers as well, being in matrimony with each other, to the point where they have found meaning and that they have found satisfaction. But I believe a man can only really try and find purpose and meaning through matrimony, either with his passions or with a woman, to build a family, because it brings man, a purpose to actually build a family, and gives him something to work towards that is extremely meaningful beyond his own comprehension. So but those two things are very much detached from modern culture and modern society, from the 21st century, which could be represented within the band Radiohead, which is why so many people resonate with the music that they produce, which is why they're so popular, in the sense that, the modern world wants to not really chase after your passions to create anything beautiful, because they want you to work, or the modern world has made you to want to work to make money, and that your ultimate desire is money, when it isn't truly. Your ultimate desire is peace. Or it's this, not really being able to build a family because, you could say like the feministic movement made women want to work as well, to the point where they don't even tend towards their own family. And then men are forced into the ground to work all the time, to the point where is the place of building a family even available to be produced? So you have this kind of breaking down of what the human being fundamentally wants to grow, and the ability to develop peace with oneself and to become fully integrated, or to find salvation with God, or to become individuated, breaks down more and more with this idea of the displaced anima, where the anima is disconnected from the masculine within man. And this is very much to the point where if you continue on that road with this idea of being completely detached from the feminine, you simply just get to the point of becoming a kind of business savvy individual who just makes money and has no emotional connection to the world, or to anyone else for that matter. And that's very much kind of the illustration of maybe even why the film American Psycho is so popular, because that is what that is. The displaced anima is the American Psycho. That's the end point, which is to become and to be a psychopath. This masculine energy just has no end, to the point where it's just chasing money, building empires, doing all these things, to the point where it's just, for what? What is it for? It's for nothing. It's just for its own perpetuation, which leads into madness. So this is the problem of the displaced anima, the disconnected feminine within modern culture. Radiohead, I believe, if we psychoanalyze it, represents that perfectly, because of the music, the song names, and specifically and especially of the short film that Thom Yorke created called Anima. It's specifically called Anima. It's not called anything else, it's just called that. And I believe that's also probably his theory behind it as well. It's to describe this cultural struggle that 21st century man is in, that he's finding very difficult to escape from. And it's disconnecting individuals from God, because it's disconnecting people from their souls, and from connecting to the Spirit, or to the Holy Spirit. So, if you enjoyed this video, guys, make sure to give it a like, share it around. It's kind of a little bit different from usual videos I do, kind of like a cultural analysis of things kind of video, where I'm talking about bands or talking about something else. But tell me what your thoughts are down below in the comments section. And if you're interested, of course, in any kind of one-on-one psychology work with regards to working against procrastination, bad habits, working on self-esteem, anything like that, doing coaching with me, you can always drop in on a free one-on-one coach call, discovery call, where we can talk about what it is that you want to work on, to see if we are a good match with each other to work on those fundamental processes that you are struggling with. And of course, a link to that will be in the description below, in my bio, and in the comments section pinned at the top. And if you want to see any references with regards to if you are interested in working with me, you can see references on my website of previous clients that I've had who've done very well with the work that I have done with them and the journey that they have made over the period of time that I did. So, of course, make sure to like this video, share it around, and I'll speak to you in the next video. Thanks for watching.